Hello everyone. In today's unsponsored video, I'm not going to be having a look at a vacuum cleaner or carpet washer, but I will be reviewing this ECOVACS WINBOT Mini, which is a cleaning appliance, but a cleaning appliance for my windows and possibly my shower screen and maybe my bathroom tiles. I don't know yet, but I bought this specifically to clean windows. I do clean my own windows. I don't have a window cleaner. The window cleaners in my area tend to have a van with a pole on a stick connected to a water supply, and they just take a couple of minutes standing on the ground and wipe the windows that way. I think gone are the days of men who go up ladders with a chamois leather and do your windows properly. So I'm not paying for someone to do my windows. And up until today, I was manually cleaning my windows with some spray window cleaner, microfiber cloth, and finishing off with a dry tea towel, and that was fine for me. But it's quite arduous and it involves a lot of sort of stretching over to reach the outside of the window and sort of balancing on the windowsill inside. So when I saw these, I thought, that looks interesting, and I researched window washers, robotic window washers, and I thought this ECOVACS WINBOT Mini would be the best for my situation because it's a bit smaller than some of them, and I have quite a lot of small framed windows, and the larger versions that ECOVACS manufacture would probably not clean all my windows. It would clean most of them, but some of my windows are quite narrow and I don't think they would fit in the frames. But this one, I've measured it, it should fit. So I bought this direct from ECOVACS. I decided to go for a bundle, which was the same price as buying this on its own. So it was about £300 for this, plus I got an extra bottle of solution. I think this is probably, well, it's only 230ml of solution. I'm hoping there's solution in the box as well, and also an additional, bit battered box, but additional 2-pack of the wiping pads. And again, there should be 2 wiping pads in the box. These are an addition, hopefully, because that's why I went for the bundle. Also, because I like to have plenty of solution, I did buy an extra bottle of the window cleaning solution, 1 litre. So that didn't come in the pack, but you can just buy it on its own like this. And let's have a look what we get inside. Where is my box cutter, my box opener? I don't know, I had it here a minute ago. What, is it here? No, that's not it. Oh, it's here, just off camera. I'm so used to it going missing. Right, let's just open this up, have a look at it, and get my windows cleaned, hopefully. They haven't been cleaned for a while, and it was commented recently, we've had some nice sunny weather in the UK, and of course, when the sun comes out, it reveals the filth on your windows. So, inside the box, of course, we get an instruction book. We get the WINBOT Mini itself. Let's put that to one side, because under the WINBOT, that's one of the pads. I think there's one fitted, hopefully. And then, yeah, it's a nice little, it's a compact little size, so ideal for many UK houses that tend to have smaller windows. Yes, it's got the pad fitted, so I've got 4 pads in total with this bundle. And inside this box we do have solution. Yes, so it's another, it's in Wild Bluebell fragrance. So it's another, I expect it's the 230ml, doesn't actually say on it, but it's probably the same size as that, possibly. But anyway, that's enough to get you started. Then we have the mains adapter, and yeah, we've got a plug. Because I live in the UK, we have the 3-pin UK plug. This is available in other countries, and obviously, well, whatever country you buy this from, you'll get the appropriate plug for your socket. Right, I believe it's quite a simple machine to operate. There is an app which I will download, but you can use it without the app. The app doesn't let you do much. I believe it allows you to control it manually, but why would you? It's a robotic cleaner. I just want to put it on the glass, press the button and leave it to do its job. But you can control it manually, and I think you can control the various modes. So it has a quick clean mode and a deep clean mode. and I think there's another mode as well, but we'll find out what modes it has during the video. So the cloth fits on around the edge, and of course it's washable. And then at the front and at the back we have twin jets that spray out the solution, which you put, and I think you put this solution in neat into this little hole here, so you don't dilute it. And also, when I've used that up, I will decant some of the bigger, from my big solution, my 1 litre, I'll use a little funnel and decant it into this, because this is the best way of filling with this small nozzle, because there's no way I'll be able to pour in from the litre bottle. So if you do buy a replacement litre size, keep your small bottle as well. There's an on-off switch here, carry handle that you need to put it on the window. And yes, I believe the jets nebulize the solution, which means it comes out in a very fine mist forward and back. We also have this safety cable, which I should be able to undo. There we go. So this, and this is especially important for cleaning windows on the first floor, upstairs windows. This is a fail-safe feature. If for any reason this machine becomes detached from the glass and starts to fall, hopefully it won't fall too far, because you attach this to a piece of furniture or your radiator, something near the window that's fixed, and it'll prevent it from plummeting to its death. But also there are other fail-safe features in this. It's pretty clever. Although it's mains connected, no battery, it works on the mains, there is actually a backup battery inside. So if your mains fails for any reason, if it's cleaning a window and suddenly you get a power cut, the battery takes over in here, and I believe it'll hold the robot onto your glass for up to 30 minutes. Alarm will sound, and it will enable you to take it off the glass before it's, you know, plummets to its death. So I suppose if you have the app, if you do have a power failure and the machine, because it will stay in the same place, it won't move, it'll just stay stuck to your glass. If it's in a place you can't reach it, you could always, I suppose, use, don't quote me on this, but I think you'll be able to use the app to control the robot manually to bring it down to a place you can get it off the window, especially if it's an outside window and you need to reach out from the room. But yes, pretty light. I like the way the mains cable attaches, because it screws in, because again, you don't want the robot, if you know, to disconnect accidentally. So this is just like a jack plug, and it plugs in, but then you have this little locking ring that you tighten. So that's not going anywhere, that's firmly in place. And then you've got a nice long cable. I'll put the specifications below, but obviously you'll need to plug it in to a socket near your window. So pretty long cable. This bit will stay in the house, and then of course you plug it in. So yeah, see, that's about 1 metre in length, just that part of the cable. Then it plugs into the power brick like so, and then yeah, I think all we have to do is fill it with some solution, pop it on the window and give it a go. Let's see what the instructions say. As I said, I'm going to download the app just to give me, I do want the option of being able to do a deep clean or a quick clean. I think initially I will do a deep clean on my windows, but if it works as well as I'm hoping it's going to work, I could use this once a week, once a fortnight, and just do a quick clean, certainly once a week. I don't think I'll need to clean my windows once a week, but I could if I wanted to. And it'll certainly be easier, but is it going to be as good as me manually cleaning the windows? I'm not sure. So we've got just some details about the solution, I think, here. Just some safety instructions in various languages. And then this, I don't know if it's even a quick start guide. It's all upside down. That's odd. Oh, no. that's a different thing. Yes, we do have, it's nice to see a little printed instruction book. That is good, because sometimes you don't get a printed instruction book. You have to scan a QR code and look at the instruction book online. But at least with this one, you don't need any online access to make this work. And I believe that the app works via Bluetooth. So from your phone or iPad or tablet, whatever. So a nice comprehensive instruction book for what seems to be quite a simple little robot. The first thing I need to do before using the Windbot Mini is to saturate the cleaning pad and then wring it out so it's not dripping wet. So you need to remove that, put it in a bowl of water or just run it under the tap, and then squeeze it out as much as you can so it's not got any dripping water, and then reapply it to the base of the Windbot. I don't think it matters which way up it goes, so once one side becomes heavily soiled, you could just flip it over and continue cleaning with the other side before you have to change the pad. But of course it comes as standard with 2 of these, but as you saw I've got 4 because I bought the bundle. So once that's saturated, we need to fill it up with up to 60 ml, I believe it is, of solution, which goes inside here, and then make sure you close it like so. So moisten the pad, fill with solution, and then we can pop it on the window and see how well it cleans. I'm not sure if you can see the dirt on my kitchen window. I've just spotted a wasp on there though, having a little walk around, but I will be cleaning the outside first. So again, I'm not sure at these pictures of the outside of the window you can see, but with my naked eye I can definitely see that these windows need a good clean. Okay, the Windbot is full of solution. I've moistened the pad. I'm not going to attach the safety cord when cleaning this window because I'm going to be outside, stood right next to the robot in order to catch it should it fall, but I definitely will be securing it when I clean the upstairs windows. Okay, let's take it outside. I'll plug it in and see how well this Windbot Mini works.
Firmly attached. Start thorough cleaning. hold Windbot as it is about to detach. Firmly attached. Start thorough cleaning. Cleaning completed.
I have no trouble cleaning my downstairs windows and patio doors, but where I think this Windbot Mini will be of most use is my upstairs windows. So I'm going to set the machine going again. I'm going to do a deep clean because these windows haven't been cleaned for quite some months. They don't look filthy, but when the sun shines through them you can see that they are pretty dirty. I've rinsed the pad on the bottom here. I've topped it up with solution, although I think there's probably enough solution in there anyway. And this time though I'm going to connect the safety cable to the radiator just beneath the window. Cleaning this side of the window isn't much of a problem for me, but it still involves having to sit on the windowsill, lean out while I'm spraying and wiping the window. So I think using the robot is a lot safer, especially as I'm getting on in years and I'm not as athletic as I used to be, and I don't want to be hanging out of a window to get that perfect shine, only to plummet to my death on the concrete below. So this part of the window is a little trickier because I have to open it fully and squeeze my arm, and it's a good job I've got thin arms. I have to squeeze my arm down this gap and clean the window that way. But now I've got the Windbot, I should be able to just easily attach it to the other side and start the cleaning. It is a bit tricky to remove the Windbot from this particular opening window, but it's doable and still better than me leaning out to try and clean the window manually. Okay, I'm just going to rinse the pad again, clean the inside of this window just on a quick clean because it's not as dirty obviously as outside, and then I'm going to clean the other window in this bedroom. It's hard to show you in a video, but that window is very clean. Probably as clean as I would get it, inside and out. Really pleased with it. It takes a bit of getting used to. Obviously I've only owned it an hour or so, but once I use it on a regular basis, I'm sure it'll just be second nature, just doing everything. Obviously got a mark here on the UPVC, so the robot's not going to clean that, it's just for the glass. And hopefully there'll be a robot soon that can clean Venetian blinds. But as far as glass cleaning goes, yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. Well, that's about the end of my video on the ECOVACS WINBOT MINI robotic window cleaner. So far, I've only had this a few hours, but first impressions, it's a great big thumbs up from me. It works on all the windows in my house, apart from two it won't work on, two tiny little windows on my front door, but they take a second to clean, so I'm not bothered about that. But every window I've cleaned in this video is very clean. It gets very, very close to the edge of the window. It does a thorough job, and in every case I've done the window cleaning on the deep clean setting. But now going forward, I'll be able to use the faster clean if I do it on a regular basis, and for inside as well. They don't need such a long deep clean, but I thought I would try it out properly with a deep clean. As far as the cleaning pad goes, this is the only cleaning pad I've used in the video. I took it off after every window, gave it a thorough rinse, squeezed it out and put it back on. I didn't have to use the spare pad included. But if you've got a lot of larger windows to clean, you might want to swap the pad if you're doing your whole house. But so far, I really like it. It's got useful vocal commands to tell you what to do, advising you when you need to clean the pads, clean the sensors at the corners. And yeah, all in all, it's something I never knew I wanted, but I don't think I can do without it now. And in fact, I like it so much, I'm going to treat it to a special carry case I've seen on ECOVAC's website. I think it may be about £30, but it'll keep everything nice and neat. And it'll ensure that if I take my little Windbot Mini with me, if I go to a holiday cottage or my mum's house, I could try it out there. And you'll be seeing another video. I will be taking this to my mum's, who has much bigger windows than I have, and cleaning all her windows inside and out. She does pay for a window cleaner at the time of making this video, but perhaps after seeing this she might decide not to. But knowing my mum, she's a bit technophobic. I think she's quite happy to have someone clean her outside windows, but not her inside windows. She only does the outside, so this could do all the inside windows. Yeah, I really, really like it. And this is an unsponsored view of mine. Whether you want to buy it, it's no skin off my nose, but I would recommend it so far. But I will be doing an updated video. This is not going to be like a vacuum cleaner I'll show you and then put away and not really use. This is going to be used on a regular basis. So yeah, all in all, I like it. If you have any comments or questions about the ECOVAC WINBOT Mini, please comment below, and I'll see you all very soon for another video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.